Kondosan.
Once upon a time, the artist goat was crying under a tree.
What's the matter, kid?
The wind blew my painting away, and now it's stuck way up the tree.
This?
Yes, can you get it for me?
At that moment, the wolf had a wicked idea.
I'll get it down for you, but in return, you'll make me invisible.
The artist goat gave it some thought and came up with an idea.
I want no one to see me.
Okay. Hold still.
Artist goat painted the wolf so well, no one could tell him apart from the wooden barn wall.
Look, no one can see you now.
The wolf was extremely happy, so he immediately went to the chicken coop. Wolf's plan worked very well, as nobody could see him. So he took the eggs one by one. When the wolf opened the coop door, even the artist goat couldn't see the wolf as he blended with the wooden door.
Oh no, I think I did something wrong. Wolf's leaving with the eggs.
The artist goat went to see the dog right away and told him everything.
Mr. Wolf, where do you think you're going? Why do you have all these eggs in your hands?
Who? Me? You can see me.
Don't be so sure. What about the tail of yours in the back? Hand the eggs back. Now.
Well, yeah, it was just like a prank.
And I'll show you a prank too. After I put these eggs back in their place.
Once the dog put all the eggs back, he started chasing the wolf.
This will be my best painting.
With the sun setting on the horizon and the dog chasing the wolf, the artist goat got inspired and created another painting. Once upon a time, a little goat, who was an artist, wanted to sketch a colourful painting. She thought that using a lot of colours would make the painting more vibrant. She drew it first, and then started adding oil paint. She chose the colours carefully.
This one is too dark. And this one is too light. This is too yellow. Aha! I've got it.
The little goat's painting was extremely beautiful. The landscape looked so real.
Wow! Sister, this painting is amazing! It looks as if we were there, as if we could actually climb that mountain right now. What is your secret?
I close my eyes first. You try it. I pictured myself there on the mountain. I even felt the cold wind. Brrr. I jumped on the rocks. Okay, now you try it too.
While the little goats had their eyes closed, imagining they were on the mountain, the wicked wolf approached them. He was holding a brush with black paint.
And when I'm ready, I count backwards and open my eyes. 3, 2, 1.
When the little goats opened their eyes, they were shocked to see what happened to the painting.
And 0!
But
How?
my beautiful painting, it's ruined.
I think someone did it on purpose. There's black paint smeared on the window, and it's also spilled outside.
The little goats were determined to find out who was responsible for ruining the painting.
Look at the footprints on the ground. I think I have an idea who's behind this.
We must be careful, though.
We aren't too far from our house anyway.
Mother would get upset if we wander off.
Of course we'll be careful. The footprints end here. There aren't any trees either. I think I know who lives here. You evil wolf! You're the one who ruined my painting. I'll show you.
What are you talking about? I was here drawing the whole time. I'm almost done with it. Don't ruin it.
But you ruined my sister's painting. Why shouldn't we do the same to yours? Of course we will.
The little goats grabbed the canvas from the wolf. But when they saw the drawing, they couldn't make out what it was.
What is this? What were you trying to draw?
It's a self-portrait. I'm handsome, aren't I? Please don't touch it.
The little goats looked at each other and started laughing.
Oh, you can take it back.
Why are you laughing? My drawings are really good. You're just jealous because I'm better than you.
Oh, sure. Of course. You're good.
Did you think that ruining my painting would make you a better artist? I would have taught you how to paint if asked.
Okay, I'm sorry. Teach me how to paint, please. I promise never to ruin your painting.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived with her mother in a village near the forest. Her grandmother had made a Red Riding Hood for her. She loved it so much that she wore it everywhere she went. That's why the people in the village called her Little Red Riding Hood. She loved visiting and spending time with her grandmother who lived on the other side of the forest. lived happily ever after. One day, the lumberjack who lived in the forest came to Little Red Riding Hood's house to let them know that Grandma was sick.
Is there anything that you need?
Her mother, who heard this, prepared medicine from different herbs and called out to Little Red Riding Hood.
Sweetheart, I prepared a medicine for your grandma. I also cooked a healthy meal made of vegetables. Please, bring these to her at once. Don't wander away. Stay on the path. And don't talk to strangers, please.
Yes, Mom.
I miss Grandma so much.
Please put everything in my basket. I'll go right away.
Don't forget to tell her we love her so much.
Okay, Mom. Of course I will.
So, Little Red Riding Hood went on her way. It was a sunny morning. There were butterflies fluttering around. She was singing and dancing among the butterflies on the way to her grandmother's. Birds were singing in the forest. She held tightly the basket of food and medicine that her mother had given her. There were so many beautiful flowers around her that Little Red Riding Hood got distracted and forgot what her mother had warned her about. She wandered off her path and went into the forest.
What beautiful flowers! I need to gather some and make a bouquet. Grandma will love them.
While gathering some flowers, she didn't realize that she had wandered off her path and had gone deep into the forest.
These are also nice. These are nice too. Oh, these smell better. Oh, I think I'm lost.
As she was trying to find her way back to the path, a giant wolf suddenly appeared in front of her. Little Red Riding Hood was so afraid that she screamed, dropping her basket to the ground.
Where are you going in such a hurry, little girl? What is your name? You are so sweet.
People call me Little Red Riding Hood. I am taking some medicine, some food, and some nice flowers to my grandma who is sick.
You don't need to be afraid of me. I am not a bad wolf. Look, you dropped your basket. Here, take it. I just want to help you.
Actually, the wolf was thinking about the food in the basket. He thought that he would never go hungry again if he could also have the food in her grandmother's house. He befriended Little Red Riding Hood so he could fool her. He was a sly wolf.
Thank you for helping me. You're so kind, sir. But I need to hurry up. My grandma is expecting me because she is so ill. I need to bring this medicine and food to her, otherwise she won't get better.
Is your grandmother's house so far?
Just a little ahead where the pine trees are.
It's a small cottage, just between them.
Okay, then you continue gathering flowers, sweet little girl. I am glad we met. Take care.
Once he learned where the grandmother's house was, the wolf hurried and took the shortcut to the house. The old lady asked from the inside when the wolf knocked on the door. "Who is this? My dear grandchild, is it you?"
Yes, it's me, Grandma. I brought you medicine and food.
"The door is open, dear. You can come in." The wolf barged in happily. He grabbed the grandmother and locked her in a chest. He then wore the grandmother's clothes that he found in her wardrobe. He put on her hat and glasses and lay in bed, under the covers, to wait for Little Red Riding Hood. Meanwhile, Little Red Riding Hood, who could not find her way back, realized that she was lost and started crying.
What am I going to do now? Why did I listen to my mother? She told me to stay on the path.
hunter, who was in the forest, heard the girls crying and approached her.
Why are you crying, little girl? Don't cry.
I lost my way in the forest while gathering some flowers. My grandma is sick. I need to bring her some medicine.
It is very dangerous to walk alone in the forest. Don't be afraid. I will take you where you are going.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, may I ask you something? Have you seen a wolf around?
Yes, he was with me a few minutes ago. He asked me where my grandma's house is. He ran away and disappeared.
Oh my God! We need to hurry! We need to stop him before he hurts your grandma!
They quickly headed towards the house. When the little girl knocked on the door, the wolf, imitating the grandmother's voice, asked who was at the door.
My dear grandchild, I've been expecting you. The door is open. You can come in.
Little Red Riding Hood didn't recognize her voice, but thought that it was due to her illness.
Okay, you are safe now in your grandma's house. I'm going back to the forest to hunt that wolf. Don't forget, I'm always around.
Little Red Riding Hood stepped in and sat by the bed near the wolf and asked why it was so dark inside. The wolf had drawn the curtains. Little Red Riding Hood was very surprised that her grandma had changed a little because of her illness.
Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have.
All the better to hear you with, darling.
Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have.
All the better to see you with.
Oh, Grandma, what big hands you have.
All the better to hug you with, my dear child.
And your teeth? What sharp teeth you have.
All the better to eat the food you brought me.
When Little Red Riding Hood heard his real voice, she realized that it was the wolf that she had met in the forest.
Help! Help!
The hunter, who hadn't gone far, turned back and went inside. He hit the wolf on the head with a piece of wood so he could let go of Little Red Riding Hood. He tied the wolf up and took him far away from the forest.
You bad wolf! I finally got you! The forest will now be free of you!
The hunter saved the grandmother and got her out of the chest.
Little Red Riding Hood, that'll teach you. Don't ever disobey your mother's words. All this happened to you because of that.
They ate their meal together with the hunter that had saved their lives. The grandmother took her medicine and started feeling much better. Little Red Riding Hood ran back to her house before it got dark. She would never disobey her mother again. Once upon a time, there lived an old miller and his retired donkey that had been with him for years. The miller would make flour from the corn that his faithful donkey carried for him from the fields. The old miller's donkey aged over time. He was unable to carry the corn to the mill, but the miller still needed a strong, powerful, and a young donkey. Although it made him very upset, he knew that it was time to part from this donkey that had served him all this time.
You are very old now, and my loads are heavy. Look at how you struggle as you carry the corn to the mill. Unfortunately, I must set you free now. I need a young donkey to help me instead. But, in my opinion, there's no need to be upset. You always said that you have a great voice and that you wanted to be a part of a band. Here's your opportunity. After tomorrow, you can follow your dreams.
That night, the donkey rested and dreamed joyfully in his stall. He was pleased that he had never upset his owner, but was also a little upset to be leaving him. Feeling satisfied at having completed his duties, he fell into a deep sleep. The next day, he headed towards the city of Bremen. After walking for some time, he saw a crying old dog in the garden of a house.
What's up, brother dog? Tell me, why are you crying?
Why shouldn't I cry? All my food is gone. My owner went to town for an important job and still hasn't come back. Seems that he's not coming back for some time.
Oh.
He sent news for me to take care of myself, but at this age, where can I find bones? What will I do now?
I'm very sad for you, but there's no need to cry. I think this is a chance for you to start a new life.
What do you mean?
I'm in the same boat as you, so I'm starting my new life. I'm going to Bremen. I'm going to set up a band. If you like, you can play drums in my band.
The doggy accepted the donkey's proposal happily, so they hit the road together. Not much time had passed when they came across an old grumpy cat in another garden by the corner of a garden door. When they saw her like this, out of curiosity, they asked her,
Hey, Sister Cat, what's happened to you? Why are you frowning?
Meow. Oh, I was such a happy cat. I used to run in the garden and climb trees. Mice used to be terrified of me. But now I am so old. All I want to do is curl up and sleep on a pillow. Mice jump, 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 jump around me, and they don't care about me at all. This reason, my owner told me that he was going to get a new and younger cat.
I've got it! Join us and come to Bremen with us. We were in the same situation as you, but now we are headed towards a new direction to set up a band. Wouldn't you like to change your life too?
Of course I would. And my claws still work. I can play the guitar very well.
The three of them set off on the road again. Not much time had passed when they came across a rooster that sat on top of a fence by a farm. The rooster looked quite sad.
Hi, Rooster. How are you? I'm so sad. Even though I love to sing, I've gotten very old, so I can't wake my owners up early in the morning. I'm always late. They don't even take me into the coop anymore. You are just the friend we are looking for. We're setting off on the road to start a new life being in a band. We don't have a lead singer yet. Would you like to be one? Come with us to Bremen. Start your new life.
The rooster accepted their offer with joy and joined the group. They continued on their way. They walked and walked and walked for a long while. It started to get dark, and they were very tired. They decided to rest under a tree. The rooster and the cat climbed to the top of the tree. The dog and the donkey lay under it. Because they were very hungry, they couldn't get any sleep. Just as they were thinking how they were going to spend the night in a place they didn't know at all.
I see a house ahead. I can see Les coming from the window. They must have food. I think we can fill our bellies and rest there. Let's go!
They ran all the way to the house. The donkey leaned his head towards the window and described to his friends what he saw.
Yeah, it was a nice job.
It looks like there are 3 bandits inside, and they have guns. There's lots of food on the table. What's more, they have money and jewels.
The donkey started to come up with a plan.
If we want to go in the house and fill our bellies, we're gonna need to scare off the bandits. Okay, I got it. Here is the plan. Brother dog, you get onto my back. Sister cat, you on top of the dog. And rooster, you climb on top of all of us. I'll count until 3. And on 3, we are all going to shout at the same time, okay? 1, 2, 3.
All shouting at the same time, they started making some strange sounds. The bandits, who heard these loud screams from outside, were terrified. So they ran out and left, leaving everything behind. Excited that their plan had been successful, the 4 friends went inside.
Whoa! There's wonderful food here!
Look, they even have liver and milk.
Can you see how large that steak is?
All the corn is mine, Uncle Dibs!
They sat together around the table and ate to their heart's content. Having filled their bellies, sleepiness took a hold of them all. So they turned off the lights and fell into a sweet slumber. Spying on the house from outside, the bandits wanted to go in the house again to find out what was going on. They chose one from the group to go and check the house.
One of us has to look around the house. Go and look inside and then let us know.
Why do I always have to go and look?
Because you're the most clever and bravest out of all of us.
Really? Is that true?
Yes, yes, of course. Come on, go! Dork, you believed us.
The bandit that went to the house opened the door and sneaked inside. In the dark, the bandit thought that the cat's eyes were fire. Since it was freezing outside, as he reached in to warm himself, the cat took this opportunity and pounced straight on the bandit's head, scratching him and beating him down. As the bandit tried to escape with his life, the dog, lying by the door, bit the bandit's leg. The donkey, who had been watching everything until now, gave the bandit a good old kick. At this point, the rooster kept on crowing and crowing.
Run! Run! Don't ever go into that house again! It's too dangerous for us now! There are awful creatures inside. While I was running away, I heard one of them shout, "Quick, catch him!"
Let's run! Let's run! Let's run!
This way, the 4 friends ended up having a new home and money. They went to Bremen often to give concerts. The townspeople got to know them and loved them very much. The donkey played harmonica, the dog drums, the cat played the guitar, and the rooster was the lead singer. The 4 friends lived happily together and carried out their dreams to the very end of their lives.